judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow. The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage. No more than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their
So
souls.
it's a giant pit,
And
like
their
the This Is
sentences were
Sparta
eternal.
thing.
It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
How would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
So the only way to get through this pit is to pray for help?
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
Who would I pray to? Any god you can, I should think.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared.
Alright.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
I wish to undo the harm he's caused.
You would need to have twice as many lifetimes as he to repair his savage work.
But perhaps there are strides you can make.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Alright. Oh, that was quite the conversation. So we got the blood sands, and we got this thing. So, Theos went in here. He went down to the bottom of this tower, but he was not able to... Like, he went through a secret passage at the bottom of the tower, but then he caved it in. That led him to the burial isle. We're gonna go in the tower to get the blessing of the gods, and then we can go to the burial isle and jump down a This Is Sparta pit and be like, God save us, praise Jesus. And they're gonna be the wind beneath my wings so I don't go splat, and it'll be a shortcut to get there before Theos leaves. Now, while I'm loading in here, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, and I will be right back. Give me about, I don't know, 90 seconds. Alright. Tank is empty, ready to proceed. We have discovered Ter Evron, Blocked Passage, and Hall of Stars, all in the opening few seconds of being in this place.
I'll take a peek.
Let's see what we got here. Bunch of books. Bunch of books. Bunch of books. Here's the passage. Bad guy collapsed. Shattered and charred stone blocks the passage into sun and shadow. Altar. Luminescent Audra shard. I guess I'm praying to the gods now. Whoa!
A divine contraption that I would dearly love to inspect.
That looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we pick a god to pray to. Not Andra, she's a bee. I know her deal.
Huh?
Abaddon? What do I do? Oh. Nothing happens when you approach Wodika. Rimgond? Bareth? Hylia. So there's only... I can't pray to any of them? I can only pray to some? What's this one? A piercing ring fills your ears as you near Whale's Shrine. There's no other response. Well, this guy's got a spooky skull. I like that. I'm a Halloween fan. Pray to Bareth. You kneel before the shrine and prepare to recite the ritual words. Oh god. Hold on. I'm guessing this is related to that big pile of books I just looted. What? Excerpts from Sermon of Struggle. Magron. Book of the Hunt. This is Galawain. If you get it wrong, you fight monsters and the shrine breaks. Oh my gosh. The white that wins? Well, shoot. Okay. I guess I'll do Galawain's. You can only commit to one once you come back here, so you can do all the quests. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna hit quick save in case I break this thing. Galawain. Recite the ritual words. Okay. So let me see the Galawain book. I'm gonna skim this. Will learning to hunt please Galawain? I told him yes, but added Galawain would prefer that you hunt to learn. Is that it? Is that the ritual words? No. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. What the hell? Let's try it. Survival begins with strength from within. That sounds kind of hunty. The air around you stirs, and a gust of warm wind blows across the back of your neck. You catch the faintest smell of wet earth. As you kneel in front of the shrine, you feel yourself pushed forward. You catch yourself on your hands and knees, feeling warm, damp ground beneath them. Looking around, you find yourself crouched in a clearing in the middle of the woods. The smell of dirt hangs heavy in the air. Behind you is a darkened room filled with candlelit shrines. Ahead of you, you hear the howl of some kind of hound. You feel certain this is a vision, but the hairs on your nape of your neck still rise. Man, I don't know. We did the right keyword, but... Howl back! Ow! The beast bays in response, its voice high and clear. The thick undergrowth shivers with movement, and heavy paws pound the wet grass. You're not certain if the creature is hunting or leading you, but you instinctively give chase. As you tumble through dew-spackled bushes and clawing brambles, each stride feels longer than the last. You draw lungfuls of crisp, clear air and feel your energy renewed. The rhythm of your stride and the thumping of the beast's paws drive the blood thrumming into your ears. You speed ahead, following the hound's cries when a split-finger pine crashes to the ground in front of you. A massive bear lunges into the gap and roars. It catches sight of you. You turn and race in the opposite direction, leaping over the fallen tree trunk. Pine cones crunch underfoot. The bear lumbers after you. Its hot breath washes over the back of your neck, filling your nose with the rank odor of slaughter. You see a clearing just past a thicket of broadleaves and sprint toward it. As you break through the foliage, you see a massive lioness curled up in the clearing in front of you. With a last burst of energy, you divert your momentum and hurl yourself into the bushes. Any second now, you expect to feel the bear fall upon you, but a furious roar on the other side of the clearing draws your attention. The bear stopped at the tree line. It swipes the empty air with claws large enough to rend armor, but does not advance. The lioness, for her part, twists her body into a tight coil. She growls, her ears pressed against her head, but she makes no move to attack the intruder. Kana gives a breathless laugh. Incredible! Oh, you're here? Incredible! Have you ever seen beasts so large? I'd like to carry this appreciation for them into the future. Let's see if we can't slip past now. You back deeper into the foliage, keeping your eyes on the two mighty predators. As you crawl backwards, the heel of your hand brushes something furred. A warm sigh grazes your cheek. You freeze in place, slowly turning your head to see what awaits behind you. Two amber eyes shine in the darkness. Perhaps we ought to take our chances with the bear. The eyes meet your gaze briefly, then turn to the standoff in the clearing. The hound behind you yawns, fangs flashing. Gallowayne. When you turn back, the lion and the bear have disappeared. In their place is a stone wolf's maw, gaping wide enough to swallow you whole. Beyond is the outline of a temple, towering but indistinct. Blood must feed the maw, Watcher. See that a true champion reigns. Turn back to Tyr Evron. Travel to the stone maw in Gallowayne's vision. Okay. Where did that go? It looked like a temple district. Alright. Alright, you said I could accept all of them. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just commit to one god and be done with that. So I'm going to take that quest and I'm going to step out of here and go to the Blood Sands building next door and see what the deal is with that. When I hear Blood Sands, I immediately think like a gladiator ring. We will see if that's correct or if that's way off. Go. Oh, there's some herbs and blood sands. Let's see what's in here. Outranked. Thank you for the alert, my friend. I'll get you back in the future. Make sure I return the favor. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact, Zurin, that I'm so close to the max level in the game, I would probably do all the quests. But as it stands right now, I'll just do one of them to advance the storyline. Like in Divinity OS 2, when I play on Honor mode, it's not about role-playing, it's about getting as much XP as possible, which sometimes means like turning in a quest, then murdering the person. The Ethic Null welcomes your presence. A dwarven man stands motionless near the roaring fire that lights the cavern. Your sacrifice feeds the land, supplicant. Come forth. A gust of smoke curls around him, licking the charred flesh that bulges on his forearms. They suddenly flex. Estermore, your kin doesn't come here to share with the tribes. What do you want? What is this place? Blood Sands. His guttural sigh mingles with the crackling of wood and bones behind him. As I said, Esther Morwen rarely visit our halls. The Glenfathans call this place Blood Sands. We call it home. The Ethic Null have tended the land from within this cave since before the arrival of the tribes to Twin Elms. Garos crosses his arms. Be warned, Estermore. We bleed life to nurture it. Our sacrifices may strike you as savage, but the health of these lands depends on them, and it is unseemly for guests to insult their hosts. Tell me about it? Everything must die to return anew. Through the sacrificial rites, we offer supplicants the honor of giving their most precious gift back to their brethren, back to the land. The dwarf lifts his fist, thick and mottled by red scars. The blood gives us strength. Even the Glenfathans have come to depend on the blood paint. They brim with power before battle, all thanks to the sacrifices of their kin. Our order has thrived for generations. Before we came to Twin Elms, our rites fed the lands of the Eastern Mountains. Now we share blood for Heir Glenfath. He opens his palm, strikes of red skin run through them like flames. To everything that must end, our sacrifice brings a new beginning. We sustain what's to come. Remember, you're a guest in these halls. Respect our ways and we'll tolerate your presence. So you kill people to get placebo stronger? That's pretty creepy. It's apparently not stealing to take what's on this table. Naka, what's your deal? Loose-fitting robes, hair is greasy and matted, a glossy film of sweat and grime coats her exposed skin. She has the swollen features of pregnancy and several missing teeth. Ugh. As you approach, she slowly turns to you and examines you from head to toe. Joyous day to you. I am Naka, midwife and lore keeper. Her hand runs across the bulge in her belly. She rolls her head back and sighs a relaxed purr. Are you okay? Flawless! Apologies, I should be left to my meditation. The rite of strength is invigorating almost overwhelmingly to the senses. Okay. Now, I heard the noise a second ago for having discovered a secret something.
To whispers and
But I don't actually see it. Oh, it's this up here. This is it. 4 lockpicks. A flame blight? What are you doing here?
There's something you don't see every day. I see where you're going with that.
Give me a real challenge.
Yes?
Alright,
Sure.
we snagged 2 emeralds from the weird skull on the wall. Someone tried to keep those hidden. Didn't work very well. Chanter, 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 chanter. That's stealing. What's on the wall? The blood of sacrifice waters the soil of Glenfath. Can't see this guy's names. He won't stop talking. Okay, they're just repeating lines. Let's see what's over here. Flame blight. Random pool of molten magma? The heat emanating from this pool threatens to singe the flesh of your face. Okay. Essence within to nurture flesh, essence without to strengthen it.
There's something you don't see every day.
Secret passage? Yep. Lots of random stats. And 2% raw damage per wound, only usable by monk. I don't know how good the PC monks are, but the NPC monks are terrifying. Supplicants. So those are people offering themselves to be killed for this crazy cult.
Quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Got a pearl.
Whispers and shadows.
That guy would see me if I stole whatever's in that barrel, so I'm not gonna do it. Keeper Werda.
Estremore.
The dwarf blinks at you, not quite looking at you. Her eyes are pale and clouded with cataracts. Welcome to the Blood Sands. It is rare an Estermore sets foot in these caverns. What brings you here, I wonder? What do you do? I sell and maintain certain goods for the preservation of our order, and I perform some of our ritual sacrifices. Something more? Let me see what you have for sale. Flask of war paint. 15 accuracy, 2% damage. Oh, so this is the stuff they make from people's blood. Okay. That's it. That's all she's got for sale. Nothing more than that. Almost cleared this whole place out.
Quickly and quietly.
The bravest sons and daughters fall not by the swords of Estermorin, but by the daggers of their brethren. Lots of mind control and conditioning going on in here.
To whispers and shadows.
Dead guy up here. Oh, and are we gonna be here while they do this?
Flows, so shall your essence. Your life's energy shall feed the soil, and your soul's energy shall enrich the community. This is by your own choosing, supplicant?
Yes, the elf's voice is high, but even. Yes! The dwarf grips a hatchet with both hands and raises it over his head. He throws his shoulders forward and swings the weapon into the elf's chest, connecting with a meaty thump. Blood gushes around the blade, and the sacrifice's scream rends the air. Despite his earlier agreement, the elf thrashes atop the stone. Dude, like, if you're gonna... cut him at the neck. Why the middle of the chest? He's gonna suffer. His torso arching while his arms and legs remain tied in place. Meanwhile, the dwarf spreads his arms wide and allows blood to spatter his robes. When the elf is finally silent and still, the dwarf pulls his hatchet from the body and wipes it on his hem. Kana makes a disgusted noise and looks away. I think I preferred these rites when they were only words upon a page. Why did I look? It's not as if I didn't expect it. Okay. The druid wears crimson robes that are stained and streaked with dark patches. His face is smooth but lacking youthful elasticity. It's as if the lines and wrinkles have been formed and erased many times over. He watches you with eyes like two black pits as he wipes his hatchet on the robes. Hail, Estermore.
No one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours?
Who are you?
I am the Archdruid of the Ethic Null. For centuries it has been my duty to guide our rituals and guard our knowledge. It is work that requires a certain resilience, but it is not without its benefits.
Okay. I'm not gonna pick a fight about the murdered man. If these guys want to be crazy, then they can be crazy. We are in the middle of a very big city, and I do not wish to hack my way all the way out of it. Not sure I could. So that completes scouting out these tunnels. So let's head outside and go to the next section. I think this was the second of 3 sections of this city. There's one more section, and then there's the burial aisle that has the passage. It has the big pit in the middle that looks like the "This is Sparta" thing. And we can jump down that. But we don't want to do that till we have the god's blessing, or else we'll splat, supposedly. So I've got to figure out the riddle to the god quest that we got. Okay. And let's go over here to Old Song District. Did I ever go to Golden Grove? I don't remember going over here. Let's double check. Ovates? I don't think I did. Bledha?
Builder's wisdom to you.
I got herbs and potions for sale. Tiny sporling pet? No. Okay. Iswild. Welcome to the Golden Grove, traveler.
Hail, Estermore.
Tell me about the Golden Grove. We are the Ovates, druids, philosophers, and students of nature. We gather here to share our knowledge and celebration. Many travelers come to us for poultices and remedies. Bledha understands the cures and poisons of nature like no other. Okay. Did some quests in Borderlands 2. Did you get the armor weapon quest with the endurance buff thingy or whatever you wanted to look up with Priest? Did I get the armor weapon quest with the endurance buff thingy or whatever you wanted to look up with Priest? No, I think you're talking about, so this lady's hat is going to level up again if she has 20 resolve, and someone told me if I bring a priest in the party, I can buff resolve. When I tried that the other day, I couldn't find the spell that did that. They told me to try again and look at tier 2 spells. I haven't done that again since then, if that's what you're talking about.
Hail, Estramor.
Hail to you. May your time in the Golden Grove be enriching. If you're in need of services, speak with Bloodhood and she will see to your concerns. Okay. Weird little place, but you do you. You do you. Let's go over here to the west. We've not been in this direction yet. Alright, Old Song. How big is this city that it takes an hour to walk over to Old Song? Ugh. Massive, massive city. That's what I tried to remember. Just had to equip Upgrade in mind. And that you wanted to try to get in your back. Yeah. Well, what I have to do, because it's a spell you can't cast unless you're in combat, as silly as that is. So I'd have to pick him up, and I'd have to go find a fight somewhere, and I'd have to take him into a fight. And then do it then. So it's kind of arduous, but... Oh, there's the Maw. This is for the Gallowing quest. Alright, cool. We're getting an extra thing done here. You don't have to go to Cadenue, you can pick him up at the town in here.
We can't stay down here. Someone must go to the nest eventually.
Onwin? Two wood elves, man and woman, wore colorful robes embroidered with a matching emblem, a winged egg. Apart from their clothing, they couldn't be more different. She folds her arms and continuously scowls at the broken walls around them. He, on the other hand, mutters prayers, his shade-dappled face as tranquil as a colorless sky.
Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the weeds, This is a disgrace.
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the winged terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor.
This is the Temple of Hylia?
A sharp tongue indeed. You hear this, Wag?
Relax, Anuin. I'm sure he meant nothing by it. Forgive my consort. She's
My
been
consort.
rather excitable of late. This is not, as you seem to recognize, our actual temple. It's merely a shrine we've set up after the business with Dragon.
Excitable? Of course I'm excitable. I am livid, and you should be too, Falstaff. There's a dragon in our goddess's sanctuary. If you'd listened to me in the first place, we could have called on the Fangs and sent them after the beast.
Can you imagine in modern day society if your spouse was like getting all uppity and you to other people were like, please excuse my consort, she's rather excitable? You would get decked.
But no, you advised caution. Now word spread that the dragon ate a few of our followers, and anyone willing to slay it wants an Anumfoth's ransom for the job.
I told you a larger party wouldn't stand a chance. By the time the first half reached the top of the mountain, the second half would still be stuck in the pass. They'd be burned alive. Contrary to Anuin's suggestion, I am in favor of sending someone to kill the dragon. But I suggest a smaller party, and one willing to seek Helia's blessing.
I could try.
You could.
What she means is that this is no mere drake, but a fully grown dragon, and one that has willingly moved into a populated area. You'll want every advantage at your disposal, including the blessing of the Sky Mother herself. I would suggest
this is her
directly at Ter Evron.
You'd want to follow the path here. You'll pass through the North Weald, but the way up the mountain continues from there. It's near one of the big circles by the builders. Alright, so I may not do that if that involves having to connect with another separate god. But now I know where that is. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I see dead people.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very.
What's going on here? Irwa? You a merchant?
To see and not be seen.
Orland woman stares at the sky with an air of deep contemplation. She occasionally puffs from a wooden pipe, billowing smoke into perfect rings. What stands before me? I do not see Esther Morwen often, and believe me, I see many things. Perhaps you want to see them too? What are you selling, mushrooms? Let me see what we have for sale. Yep, there are mushrooms. Wait. I see many things. Do you want to see many things?